like to give a very crisp brief of what we have done in the CopyPay project. It's or maybe Excel. If you want to add anything, you can also. It's a bit numbers maybe need to be updated, but yeah. The idea is that you aware how differently we were able to move the things. It's a progress and projection, what we were doing from last 4 years and what are we planning to do further. So the project was conceived. Project it was the Indo-German partnership for higher education. What in the beginning we said education was one of the very important components. So we said we will have three work packages, three important goals. That is to strengthen the institute internationalization. That means to have a very strong collaboration with Potsdam and Roorkee. And the second was to have a research because we are the researchers. And the third was to generate the actionable knowledge. So something we can reach to the ministries or the policy makers and something like this. If you see in nutshell what we have done, there was two new MOUs was signed. One was the University of Potsdam and one was the Helmholtz Center for Geosciences, GFZ, with IIT Roorkee. And then both of this was led to the very intense collaboration. It was bottom-up approach. So we as a researcher, me and Axel Bronstert, we and with our other colleagues like Ugur and Rupam, we had a discussion, we met, we wrote. But from the top, it was conceived very nicely, very positively. The president of Potsdam came to Roorkee, and our director also went to Potsdam, and there were several exchanges between faculty colleagues, deans, which and international staff, which really create a lot of understanding. So our Indian embassy in Berlin also supported the idea. They were also involved. There was a plan for joint office, joint degrees, which is still a lot of adjunct faculties. A lot of things are happening, which is helping to have internationalized research and education. 40 plus publications, if I'm not wrong, it came out from these 5 years, in either from a master thesis or from a PhD thesis or from a joint paper in form of this. And there was 11 joint master thesis was done. Joint means one supervisor from India, one from Germany, four joint PhDs, and two PhDs were supported from other grants like DARD. So he went to GFZ, but for part of the co-prepare. 19 faculty exchange, four field data collections. So our students went to Himalaya. From 11 location, they collected data sets, and which is a bigger set now. Four joint field schools. Each in the one of the COVID time we didn't do, and from 10th we are going again for the 7 days field school. There was a paper from the Himachal flood 2023 from our group, Chamoli and Joshimath disaster. We were able to produce to generate actionable knowledge. We started the Udan lecture series, which is a one point where all the information in Himalayas are available. Whether you talk about society, you talk about geomorphology, you talk about hydrology. We have invited the experts, and currently there are 33 lectures available on the official website of IIT Roorkee. Recorded in this, there was two panel discussion which are also available. International conferences, workshop in which you are sitting. We also did many courses on the scientific writing and virtual networking. So people from Potsdam supported this in Roorkee. So all of this was generated in last 4 years here. If I say we focus on the geomorphology, extreme rainfall, what you can see in general, so I skip. But yeah, the symposium in which you are sitting, so we had 4 symposium each year. This is the 24th symposium. It went or conceived nicely. And we had a very good feedback from the participants. Some pictures from the field school where we went in the Himalayas for 7 days, and number of publications, and then international conferences. Our students was writing the blogs. 37 blogs are available on our CoPaper website. It's very nice to see their young students' perspective when he went to India. It came to India from Germany, or when the Indian student went to Germany, how they perceive the things. It's interesting to read. We had a very special issue on the Himalayan system. There were almost 9 papers, and this special issue is live. There were 9 papers on Himalayan system, and done by our team in the co-prepare. So we really went from very local, between two bilateral to multinational. We had many sessions in the EGU Vienna. We had in AGU in different IUGG. We had many sessions. So we really were promoting the science on Himalayan to the global level. These are the one screenshot so these lectures are not recorded, but they are pre-processed and very nicely done, and are available on our website. Some exchanges for the masters, how many masters went and came, and yeah, very nice pictures taking either in Potsdam or in India. Nice picture where the University of President who came to India, and our director went to Germany. So really says a lot, because bringing these people here and there is difficult task. They are always occupied, but shows the commitment from two institutes to further the Yeah, the exchanges, yeah, exchange activity, some good pictures. This is about workshop conferences we did in the hands-on session, Udan lecture, field work at different places. Yeah, the public, yeah, we were also producing the reports, and each reports was shared always. So you can see how project progressed, and there are different reports which we produced over the year, and all the reports are available on Copypair website. So way forward, it's not like we will be finishing. We are taking this partnership further to further strengthen, and so that our students can benefit. Maybe in the future you see joint degree program or joint master degree program, faculty appointments from to institute. We also want to have the industry innovation and incubation and so on. Nice pictures from cultural exchanges, and yeah, thank you very much. But before I finish, I'm thinking if any German or Indian student can share feedback when he went to Germany, or maybe Axel can share some feedback. But any student, we would like to your feedback. If anyone can share, Abhinesh, if you can share your feedback in Germany. So Abhinesh is one of the student who went to Germany for a year. If he can share some feedback.
Yeah, I like to thank NSH organizers for giving me a chance to share my experience. I visited Geoforschung Centrum GFZ, section 4.4 hydrology. For the past year, I just came back this year, April month. And in not my experience, I mean, obviously my experience is good. You all might have understand. So there is one research experience. I don't want to bore you, but my host supervisor here is Professor Bruno Miss, and I really gained a lot during this time. I mean, one thing is direct research experiences, and second thing is the additional or passive experience I gained, including this conferences. Because of its locational advantage, I can have a chance to visit conferences like EGU, IEGG, which is exactly located just 20 kilometers from me, and also location of GFZ, which is closer to other research institutes. This proximity also helps some collaborative opportunities. So apart from this research experiences, I also gained some sectional experiences, which which is new to me, and I really enjoy, like section retreat, where all our researchers from the section at GFZ Potsdam, we go to a retreat and share some research topics, tools, and maybe play some games and sing some songs. And you know apart from this, I visited here there museums and things to have some cultural exchange, although it's not a big shock of me, because I visited previously during a master's as a exchange student, and thanks to DAD once again. And yeah, I mean, overall my experience is good. If you like to visit Germany, I highly welcome and encourage. Sorry, I cannot welcome. Yeah, I'm in here, India. So finally, I thank my PAs for selecting me as a part of this co-prepare, and giving me a chance to visit, and project coordinators like Yugan May, and PA Professor Ankit Agarwal, for for expediting the process on funding and onboarding. And finally, I like to thank my host supervisor, Professor Bruno, on giving his valuable time for guiding me and financially supporting me as well. And yeah, I don't want to thank IIT Roorkee because it's like thanking me, but again, I want to thank IIT Roorkee and IR office for helping me in clarifying my doubts. And yeah, thanks a lot for listening, and I hope you all have a great time.
Thanks. Maybe Maurice and Johan, who are here, if you like to share the words or something, just one, two lines, or anything you would like to say about. Yeah, can you share? Few. Ah, we have one volunteer. Okay, it would be nice to hear your thoughts. I mean,
Hello, everyone. I'm Moritz. I'm here with a scholarship as part of the Co-Prepare project. Yeah, I guess it's not so interesting, my experience here, because you're all eager to go to Germany, but still, so far, it's very pleasant, great interaction with the faculty, with staff, or with students in general. Ankit, who always has an open ear for our problems and questions. So yeah, so far, this is a great experience, and I hope it continues and more students will get a chance, especially also going to Germany, of course.
thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Axel, you want to say something?
I made a few notes, no slides, old-fashioned. And after all these numbers and all this progress report, I want to First, that we don't forget, because we said it in this panel discussion, a successful cooperation needs management. It's not only researchers, not only students. It's very important, and we had a fantastic management, and we still have. I'm always speaking in the past. In the German side, it was Dr. Jürgen May, who is here again today, and also in the Indian side, there was a whole team on this side. This is very important, and this was fantastic, and still is fantastic. I want to come back to the topics and why this is such an important and also fascinating research and topic. This NSAIH, it's not only in the Himalayas, the natural hazards and the natural risk. Hazard and risk is not the same. It's all over in the mountains of our fantastic Earth, and the system is changing. The mountain hydro system, the mountain climate system, or the whole environmental systems are changing. And why are they changing? If you ask somebody, everybody said climate change. And this is correct. Climate has a tremendous impact on the water resources, but also on the environment. The glaciers are melting, the snow cover and the snow duration is less. This is very obvious. But also there are some other issues which are not so in the mind of the people. For example, the frost. Of course, if it's becoming warmer, frost is decreasing, and the stability of the mountains is decreasing. Maybe here in the Himalayas, this is not that obvious. In the mountains of the Alps, it becomes more and more obvious. And the specialists on this, they make a kind of forecast that this will take more or less 300 years, and it affects the population tremendously. Also, the lower, like Sumit Sen is investigating if it's becoming warmer and maybe less precipitation, which is not directly related, precipitation and heat, but still then you have higher evaporation and less stream flow in the dry parts of the season. So it's very important, because the mountains are not only interesting and a nice environment, they are also the water towers of the Earth. A lot of the water of Asia, of Central Asia, of Southern Asia, I think 2/3 or more of the water resources come from these mountains here, not far from here. Also in Europe, the Alps, I think they are 2/3 of the water of the whole of Europe is stemming from the Alps. So it's so important and so relevant, and I think it's so fascinating kind of research, and that's why also this project made it so interesting. But the system is not changing only because of the climate, of course, but also of the management of these systems, and also because of the humans. Humans are increasing in numbers, and the use of these landscapes is increasing. But it's not only, I think we should not fall into desperation. There are also options for better management towards sustainability, for use of the resources, which will then also still be available for our children and grandchildren and grandchildren. This is what I hope very much. And this kind of research contributes to a sustainable management of these systems in the future, and I hope we will go on. I'm sure we will cooperate in the future on this. So thank you very much. This was my point.
Thank you very much. And with this, we finish this session, and we invite all of you for the warm lunch, which is waiting outside. There was a hot in the morning when we were having a high tea, so we can take the lunch, and then we can even, not inside the room, but in the corridor, which is better, I would say. So please join us for the lunch, and we come back again for 2:30. Please do come on time so that we can start the session and you can hear the experts. Thank you very much.